myself to this Yahoo. Like, I was not sleeping. I'll stay up all night, just like, bombing, replying clients. At this point now, we are still using crypto to move money.
Saninye. I know you're feeling me, thinking Saninye wanna be with you on the floor tonight. I'ma shake it all night long, make you feel like you can have this, like it on you.
As you know from the last vlog, 7 isn't at home. I'm just about to start my day. I haven't worked out today. It's currently about 9:30, and to be fair, I went to bed really late at almost 3 a.m. and I wasn't doing anything like work or serious. I was just basically bantering with a friend on the phone till that time, and but it was a good conversation, and just a reminder that those parts of life are also as important as like the workouts and the seriousness, just enjoying human connection and the fact that other people exist is really important, especially for a work from home person where you're rarely ever outside. At least the least you can do is talk on the phone. I haven't even turned on my lights because I've decided that since I'm home alone, yes, I'm going to do work today. Yes, I'm going to stand up now and do arm day, but I would do maybe just one video. Apart from the fact that 7 isn't home and I slept late and I just want to take it easy. I don't know why nobody wants women. Like, nobody wants us that as you get older, the effects of like your monthly cycle are stronger. So my period is due in a few days, and if other women understand the feeling, that week before your period, it can almost be like you're going crazy, you have depressive thoughts. It's just a lot. Like, it takes so much more effort to motivate your mind and body. And as you can see, I've really tried from Monday, now it's Thursday. Yesterday's workout was so crazy. My legs are killing me. I'm physically tired. The house is quiet, so I don't have to worry. Like, I don't even care about eating at this point or making food. I just want to exist, let me just enjoy this day of just existing. I also, when I initially woke up, my moment of meditation, I also told myself that today, beyond working and me and what I have to achieve, I'm going to take it easy. I'm going to prioritize connection and collaboration, and because I do feel like that may be the answer to most of life's issues, right? Because the thing about life is that we are all created differently. Everybody has unique knowledge and talents and everything, and you can never really basically be somebody else. But by communicating and collaborating, you can enjoy the benefits of that person being here and of you also being here, and the result is just more. And so when I say this, what do I mean in actual terms? It means chatting in WhatsApp groups that I normally ignore. It means commenting, replying to comments on posts, even ones that are not about me. Like, do you understand? If I see a post, I see a comment that I have an opinion about, commenting respectfully, checking in on people, just generally, the purpose is I want to connect with human beings, and that's what today is going to be about for me. Do you know that randomly as I was talking, I felt the sudden urge to cry? Please, if you're a woman and you're in your teens and your early 20s, take it from me. This be telling you now. I don't know if it's a universal experience, but I have seen a lot of women say this as well. And I also know that when I was younger, I never used to have this hormonal emotional rushes around my period. Again, I don't take it as a bad thing. I kind of tell myself that it means like my feminine power is more pronounced and I'm more in touch with it. I mean, life is all about perspective. So yeah, let's go and do a very, very lazy arm day. Lazy arm, chest and shoulders day. I think I'll just find a push workout video.
Workout. pre-workout, meaning today we are focusing all on our chest, shoulders, and triceps. So as you can see, I do have a little bit of equipment with me today.
Excuse the way I look, you know, I'm home alone, I'm not dressed, I just woke up, I haven't brushed my hair, I'm working out, so I know I'm doing a YouTube video, but I'm not gonna make up for this.
I buckle my shoes, 3, 4, I'm out the door, 5, 6.
Okay. Wow, look at that sweat. Like, I didn't have the energy to do this and I did. And I'm so proud of myself because that's what consistency means. Like, it's not as much as I would do on a normal day. You know, I like to do 1 hour. I'm only going to do the 1 video. But I'm sweating. Technically, did I work out today? Did I do arm and chest day? Yes, I did. Am I at full capacity? No, I'm not. But does that mean I gave up and didn't do it at all? No, I did. And that's what consistency is. Just a little bit every day. If for anything, at least today, my arms remember that they exist. And we try. As long as there's life, there's always the opportunity to do it again. And next Thursday, we'll try arms and chest day again. Here are the trailers. Enjoy!
Agatha, they're coming. Agatha, they're coming. Agatha, they're coming.
Boom!
We could start a YouTube channel, guys.
I actually found an interesting YouTube channel last night. They have 12 million subscribers on YouTube. Literally, all these people do is explore like scary myths. In Oyo town, there was a girl in the school called Agatha. She committed suicide.
You guys actually want to go to that scary place and record for a YouTube channel?
I have a bad feeling about this, you guys. I don't want to go.
Everyone, meet the scaredy cat of the group. Let me say hi.
Come on, man.
She's gonna kill me! Oh my God! It was real! It was real for me. I tell you, for me, you told me I wouldn't lie.
What is it? What?
I don't know whether not because na village today, but the wind for inside this school strong past the wind for outside.
Sir?
We are investigating the death of one Paul Obiaju.
You know how you come to the whole of this plaza? That you come to Odogu and Sons, importer, exporter, international. That you not see what you like. On there, cha-cha.
daughter. Asanwa, my color, Nebiano,
Oh, yeah, oh. Kando is here, gum.
Once you agree to partner with the Danladi brothers, we will deposit the money into your account and things will take off from there.
Omugo sim kesi ayaya. Omugo sim kesi eyisi akwa.
Nandwa. Obro kesi bati ego bisi. Kama is womume. Is womume go.
You think you're above the law? No, just try me. Try me.
Igba amaka. Onye Igbo anaghị ayọ ayịyọ.
Saninye. I know you're feeling me, thinking Saninye wanna be with you on the floor tonight. I'ma shake it all night long, make you feel like you can have this, like it own you, make you say yeah. She's the finest thing I've ever seen, gotta have her, can't get me.
How are you? Hi girl, are you missing 7? Are you having dinner? Are you taking a stroll? What are you doing, Rocky? Anyway, I came to check on you. It looks like you have eaten a lot of your food. You really love lettuce, so we'll definitely get you more tomorrow. Yeah? Bye. The year was 2016. I had just finished school and things were a little tight at home, and truly I hadn't been serious enough to learn a skill. Okay, not really. I had learned skills, but the point is, I had finished school. I hadn't started NYSC. There wasn't a lot of money coming from home, and I was broke. So here's the thing about who you associate yourself with, right? So at the time, I had a couple of male friends that were doing Yahoo, and I told myself, you know what? I don't want to be a runs girl. Like, I can be just like one of the boys and do Yahoo. I mean, they are not that smart, so how hard can it be, right? It's easy money. I need money, so it seemed like a very straightforward solution. Mind you, please, watching this video, don't judge me. I was younger. We live, we learn, we grow. Anyway, let me continue my story. So they gave me so they taught me. I know they didn't teach me everything, but they taught me the basics. So they taught me a format. That's what they call it, right? So they taught me a format. And my format was basically, I had a fake page, and I used to go online and offer services that are basically illegal, because that was how at the time I could rationalize to myself I'm not doing something really bad, because the people that I was scamming were trying to do stuff that was wrong. So things like, oh, you want to change grades in university, or you need somebody spied on. So what I used to do was I used to advertise this service in different places, and then people would reach out to me. Not me, like my fake page, right? And then funny enough, being myself at the time, I would then go and like read up on like the technical terms and theoretically how what they want me to do could be done. Obviously, I didn't have the real skill, but I read the theory enough that when they would email me, I would have like very proper, detailed feedback on how I'm going to do this, just enough to convince them. So the thing here was another part of the format, right? If, for example, I already know in the back of my mind, I want $500, right? I would then push for 1,000 and then tell them to pay a deposit of 500. When they pay that deposit, I already know that I cannot do this job. So in their minds, they think they are owing me a balance, so I'm forced to deliver. But to me, the balance was all the money I was ever expecting, right? 500 is a bit steep. At the time, I think my first was 400. And imagine how much that would be today. But anyway, so that was how I started doing this. It took about 1 month of consistent posting on like random. So I had tips and tricks. I would check for blogs. I would just check, like, eventually, you know how when you're on the internet, the algorithm, like once you're looking for something, it will kind of keep bringing those kind of things to you.
So I was now like, this is my fake page again. It wasn't Instagram. It was just like a Gmail and like Blogspot and all of that. And I was posting for like 1 month straight. And eventually I got my first client. I got my second client. Bro, by the time I went to NYSC, like I had enough money to the point that I had missed my flight to camp. And on the spot, like, where, oh, you've missed your flight. I didn't even shake. I just bought a new ticket. Like, so I did this for a while. I did it, went to NYSC camp, came back, started my service year. During my service year, I was working, right? So I was working in HR. I had during my service year, I had about 3 different jobs. How I accomplished this is a story for another day. I had different jobs, but then those jobs, how NYSC is like, the government was giving, was it 20-something K, a bit 17,000 naira or something. My job at the time was paying me 20K. I know my mom used to try and send me money, right? But this Yahoo money was what I was then using to, like, when I got an apartment, it got me my fridge, my television, to be able to just, do my hair, look nice. And so I was doing this. I had finished NYSC. I had now started working a real HR job. I had gone to the first job. So the job I had worked at first, as after NYSC, was kind of a terrible job. It was a HR consultancy company, and we're supposed to be managing staff for a couple of factories. And that job was so hectic because the company wasn't paying people's pensions. At some point, I was almost beaten up at a factory in Lagos, and my mom was like, "Bro, you have to quit this job. Like, this is not what your life, your everything." So I quit. And then I was at home. That money wasn't coming. NYSC money wasn't coming. At this point, I completely devoted myself to this Yahoo. Like, I was not sleeping. I would stay up all night, just bombing, replying clients. At this point now, we are still using crypto to move money. So I would, when I have a client, I will go to this site called Paxful, and then I will start a trade to buy crypto with Western Union. Then I will get this Asian person's details and send to my client to send Western Union to that person. When the client does, I will then take the receipts that the client has told me, okay, I've paid, because they think I'm the Asian person, right? I will then take it to the Paxful, upload it, and they will receive my coins. I will sell the coins, and I had money. So this was such, I was doing this at the time where, because traditional Yahoo, they used to have pickers in those days, But I was doing this at the time where technology had entered into the game. So, bro, I was making money. So that's how one day I was in my house watching TV. You understand? When you're making that much money, I was in my house. At that point, I was now watching so much rock. I had DSTV, so I'm just in front of the computer, typing, watching Nigerian movies. Then that was around the time that rock had launched on TV. So I had watched a movie that I really enjoyed, and so I saw Mary Njoku, right? So I decided to go and follow her on Instagram. And literally after I followed her, 4 days later, she posted that Rock was looking for interns. At the time, mind you, my goal was to have a HR career. I had my CIPM certification, so it had never occurred to me that a career in TV was an option. But I'm home, I haven't gotten any jobs. Yes, I'm doing this Yahoo and I'm making money, but a part of my mind was you still have to have a real life, right? So long story short, I went for the interview at Rock for production intern. There were over 50 people there. What she told us to do was to write a 1-page story. Before this, I had written poetry for fun. I had even read poetry on radio when I was younger, but I never consciously thought that I had an actual writing talent. Even when we did this interview and we're asked to write a 1-page story, and they loved my story, and out of this 50-something, almost 100 people, I was picked. I still thought, I still didn't think it was a thing. But anyway, I was picked. Then I started this internship. Obviously, this video can't contain all of this gist, so maybe details on my time and how that happened will be in a different video. But about a few months into my internship, there's this woman, she's a producer in Nollywood. Her name is Biodun Stevens. So Biodun Stevens needed a script reviewed. And so she gave me a script. Then she showed me a review she had done. And she was like, oh, do you think you can do this? And I'm like, sure, why not? It's common sense. I've seen what you're giving me. Read this thing, give me this opinion. I didn't think it was a special skill. So I did it. And I sent it to her. And then she didn't tell me anything. Then the next day I got to work. and her and Mary were in Mary's office, and then they called me into the office. I'm like, oh my God, what have I done? I'm in trouble. And they were talking about this, my coverage, and Biodun was like, they were blown away by how I articulated the synopsis and the writing, and Biodun was like, you got to keep doing this. So at that point, Mary was like, have you tried writing a script before? I'm like, no. Like, where's that coming from? And she was like, okay, you know what? I was already planning that my interns at the ending of the year are all going to get the opportunity to make a movie. So I want you to attempt writing a script. And if you write the script and it gets approved by the official review team of Rock, I will help you get a producer to buy it and turn it into a movie. So I was like, okay. So that night I got home, I went to bed, and I don't know if it was a premonition, but I literally heard it like in my spirit. Something told me, now you have to choose between writing and this Yahoo. You cannot have both. If you're going to start this, you're going to drop this Yahoo. At that point, obviously, I ignored it, and I'm like, scripts where I never even write. Like, I don't even know if I can write the script. Like, do you understand? I don't know. So I went on Google. I downloaded because I wanted, like, okay, I've seen a Nollywood script, but let me see what other scripts look like. I downloaded, I think it was Slumdog Millionaire. I read it that night. I saw how it was formatted, and I sat down. At the time, I'd been using bus from Ilaso, if you're in Lagos, from the island to the mainland every day, and I used to be so fascinated by the lives of the bus, like those boys that jump, not even the main conductors, like the ones that jump around and collect money. So I always used to be so fascinated by their lives. And then so I had this idea of this story of a boy that was doing this stuff on the streets of Lagos, and then he got hit by a car, and the car picks him up, and somehow, again, this is my very first story, and somehow the woman that was in the car turns out to be his biological mother that had given him up for adoption a long time ago. So I sat with this computer, and literally in 3 days, I had written out a script. And obviously, I didn't think much of it. I didn't know if it was good. I didn't know if I had interpreted the story properly. I didn't know, but I wrote the script. And I submitted it. And the review came back. And it was no correction, no amendment, 100% approved. And then Mary kept to her word. A producer, Chris Saninye, bought it from me. And then he paid me money. This money he paid me was it usually takes me weeks and weeks of posting. Like, do you understand? Like, once I got that money, it was even more than what I was being paid for the internship. I remember that voice that I heard that night that told me, if you either do this or this. So at that point, when I saw that money, I said, Saninye, what do you really want from life? Do you understand? This is something that I was not thinking back. I've actually always liked reading books. I actually used to, write poetry. I've sang, I've done music, I've done all these things. Did I enjoy writing the script? Most importantly, I loved it so much. Like, it didn't feel as stressful as the bombing and posting for Yahoo. I was just like, and then Yahoo is not a career. Like, it's not who I want to be forever and ever. So that was as I got that money, that was the ending of my Yahoo career. And at this point now, this was 2017. But that 2017 now marked the official beginning of this career that I have today. So yeah, so that's the story about that. Yeah, so maybe, I don't know if in this vlog I would have the space. I would look for trailers of this movie. That's the very first one I wrote, The Conductor. I hope it showed on Rock at the time. I hope I can find a trailer of it here on YouTube. And later I would then go on to talk about the movie that I ended up writing and producing, but that would be in a different video. All right. So my day now, obviously you can see I'm home drinking my stout. I rubbed the lipstick because I know I look tired. I haven't been able to sleep. I've been doing work for the Screen and Story Institute, and then I didn't even read any script, honestly. I spent about 40 minutes lying down closing my eyes, but sleep never came. So I kind of gave up on that, put on some lipstick, went and got myself a drink and decided to give you guys this gist. And I have a feeling, obviously my house is quiet, 7 isn't back, Pearl isn't back, so they are definitely staying for 2 days. And I'm just going to drink my stout. I'll see if I have motivation to do any more work. If not, I will just find something silly or doom scroll on TikTok and just sleep. Because tomorrow, by fire by force, the entire season 12 of Nana, I need to read through everything. And why I cannot do that today, I've done episodes 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, but episode 6 hasn't been submitted to me. So I have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, but I'm reading it sequentially so that if there's anything that changes in the preceding episode that affects the one after, I can correct it so that I'm not doing like, double work. So I've just told myself that God wants me to relax today and tomorrow we continue. So that's what I'm gonna do. Anyway, so if I don't, so many anyways, pray for me. But yeah, hope you had a gorgeous Thursday and
no, it's not over. I still wanna hold ya. When I'm gone, she knows how to get me closer. Shawty always wanna ride, I'm a roller coaster. I'm helpless, I don't get this. I'm not ashamed.